I got the passenger side firewall in. Gonna add an extension from here to about there, then over. And that's where those wiring harnesses there will go through. That big one on the bottom goes through. These ones right here will get bolted to that plate. Here's the back side. Got cable on the frame there. How to hook into the ECM. And then I just got to build across there and hook to the pedal assembly's firewall. I got a good, I think 6 inches, but let's measure it with the level. It has a measuring tape on it. About 7 inches. So, when we finish the firewall, to connect the two sides together, we're going to come from here, straight back a couple inches, straight across to about there, and then diagonal back to this one. This has been on a diagonal. We're going to keep that diagonal across. These wires here bolt here, and this big wire here, I'll put a hole down there, it goes through there, and it wraps around. Weld it on, and then you grind your weld to smooth. Just like that. And you end up with a weld nut. Just like that. Isn't that simple? Beats them fucking rib nut guns. I don't know why people like using rib nuts when these weld nuts have been around for over 45 years. These happen to be 5/16. Gives you a lot of thread engagement. Drill a hole, set that there, weld around that, grind it flush. Perfect for installing your ECM to your firewall. You know, anywhere you want to put them. Or there's this style that when you weld it, you put a hole in it, weld it down, and boom, screw your nut down through there. This style is perfect for what most people use a rib nut for. You just weld it to your tube, drill you a hole, save some money. I mean, why would you use a rib nut when you have those available? Save some money. Weld nuts, McMaster-Carr. Look it up. Well, when you screw up and you cut the wrong size hole in your firewall piece and you need that big, well, how do you center it? Well, I'm going to take this piece of metal, cut it just bigger than the hole, tack it on the top and the bottom, and just start drilling a new hole again. That's how I'm going to fix this. Guide piece tacked on, ready to re-drill. New hole complete. 2 1/8. Here's my main firewall for the passenger side. There's the middle. I just got done drilling that hole bigger. Miscalculated. It has two ridges here and here. I originally drilled it for here, but I saw this one, so I fixed that. And I know this is a hot lead, and I have no clue what that piece does, but it's in the wiring harness. It was left over on the truck, and the truck ran with that still plugged in. So that's it for that. Now I gotta pick these two pieces together. I originally was just going to weld them, but considering they go all the way across the truck to 2/3 the way across, I don't think I can get that out and back in as one piece. So I am going to take the seam here where the vice grip is all the way down and put 5 or 6 screws in there, and then using some weld nuts on one side, or those type of weld nuts. Yes, I know I put them on the wrong side, did that intentionally, for a smooth firewall. They're recessed in there this way. Yep, carrying on. Alright, I got my 2 pieces of firewall in. I took around some bolt holes. To bolt 2 pieces together, as I wasn't sure if I could get them out as one piece, but I put it in as one piece, so yeah, that's doable, but I'm going to leave it bolted. I'll need to add a brace across here to that tube, and also one down there at the bottom, and probably one to connect them. It'll be on this side. Probably going to use some 3/4 inch square tube I have down there on the ground right there. I have a couple short pieces. But if you look this way, it's over too far, which is okay, because I haven't got over around that side yet. Missing a gas pedal. Still need to replace the mount the gas pedal. If you look in the back behind the pedals, you can see the firewall for the driver's side. It goes way far back. Weird though, when I measured up those panels, I measured the original ones and set these in exactly like the original ones, but they're way farther off the firewall. But if you look, you can see the rods and stuff, the clutch rod, the support rods all come out the same. Of course, I removed the bottom section to do some exhaust work. So when I put that back in, it tapers from where it is there down to that frame rail there. And then probably take 4 inches of this off. Maybe 5 inches of that off for the gas pedal. So probably pretty much right where that square tube is, bend it in. And then have it somewhat meet that firewall there. Then I'll have to notch the top off. I got a little carried away and made it too tall. Yeah, stuff happens. Trial and error. It's in my head. I got an overall view, but I'm getting there. That's what those notches look like welded in. Hopefully you can see that. It's a little dark.